Howdy. Welcome to Windy. These are SO2 emissions. Let me show you SO2. And they are usually related to volcanic activities. Sometimes, or they also can emerge from smelting or processing metals. We are watching Europe, and there seems to be quite a bit of SO2 in the air. There are a few hot spots here up in the north, in Norway, Sweden, and Finland, and Russia, in the Baltic Sea. For reasons I still try to find out. I have been making several videos about the same theme, and I still don't really know why. Actually, we seem to have something here going on. Actually, I just noticed that, but that's a forecast. Remember that. But anyway, we had some quake activity there recently in the region. St. Petersburg is one of the places where we have SO2 emissions almost always. Sometimes there are more, sometimes less. But there's a place, St. Petersburg, where we have these kind of things. There is probably quite everything what you can imagine in St. Petersburg. It's a very big town, it has a long history, it is very important for many reasons. Also strategical reasons. But we won't talk about these things now. But I just wanted to show that at the moment we have some amount of SO2 over Europe. And if you go down to the south, it's just more. And for example, Etna is just a very small part of that. Just in order to somehow explain how much there is. But anyway, or how big area. Next thing, which is earthquakes. It is still loading, but I got impatient. 7,248. There has been more some weeks ago. There has been more than 12,000 or even 13,000 what they were loading for 7 days. Now we just have 7,248. 4 days ago, I reported on these, I think. I don't think I have reported on every quake. There was, probably this one I haven't mentioned. University of Helsinki. Depth under the epicenter, 2 kilometers. Thank you, University of Helsinki. Because if we would have gotten the information from Norsar, maybe it's Norwegian, I don't know, we wouldn't know anything about the depth. And as a thank you from me for this, I can show you something like this. Pöllö Academia. The Owl Academy. Actually, this sounds like Harry Potter. Anyway, special branch of the University of Helsinki. The owl is a very important animal here, mythical creature and such. We are talking about Sea Pinch's Anthony Peratt. Transactions on plasma science. But anyway, if there's anyone listening from there, I doubt there is. But if you want to know more, ask me. I can tell you something. But anyway, let's go back to the actual thing. Quakes. Here is St. Petersburg. It is a city where you don't just drive in with a boat, you know. There is stuff, you know. It is a very interesting place. The whole Baltic region, it gets more and more and more interesting. Ice, I guess. But anyway, SO2, quakes, pipes, towns, some other happenings related to these. There has been a quake up here 2 days ago, obviously. Why does it jump back? 6,007. Is it still loading, actually? I don't know where is there any drawn border here, but the border goes somewhere here, I guess. That's Finland. That's Russia. Yeah. Maybe this has belonged to Finland once, but things are changing constantaneously. Wherever you look. There is a joke. I think it's a rather political joke, but anyway. Maybe I should tell it because it's a joke after all, and I think it's funny. Back in the days when there has been wars and such, the general of the Finnish army and the general of the Russian army, they were together in sauna. They were there sitting naked and throwing water onto the stones. And they were drinking. And at one point the Finnish general thought, hey, could it be possible that we somehow would move the border a bit further there and there? And the Russians said, yeah, okay. Yeah, why not? And then they continued and drank, and the evening went on. And later the Finnish general thought that, yeah, that's maybe a good opportunity. Let's ask again. Could we still move the border a little bit more further, Finland would get bigger, just a little bit? And the other one was thinking, yeah, okay. Why not? And so they continued, and the Finnish general thought that, whoa, that's amazing. He was waiting a bit, they were drinking. It got late, so he thought that, yeah, now I'll try again. Could we just move the border still a little bit, Just a very little bit? And then the Russian general looked at him and said, we could take it away. So then you don't have to think about it anymore. And I think the Finnish general was very happy that there was still a border. So he stopped asking. But anyway, that's just a joke from history. I actually have been once in a sauna, this kind of smoke sauna, very big. It's very large. There has been actually some Finnish presidents also sitting. Think about that. I got an address, come here, there's some Christmas celebration of this firm or something. And I just drove there and sitting there in the sauna, and then they started to tell about this place. And I thought, oh, wow, that's amazing. So it has been probably no, it can't be in that sauna, but anyway. That's just some random story. But now to something rather real and rather interesting. Ilta-Sanomat, news. So that's Google Translate. Don't blame me for the funny English every now and then. Russian media. There was a violent explosion near St. Petersburg. Videos of the sea of flames are spreading on social media. The gas pipe banged. I didn't read this yet. I haven't tried to watch any videos. A large fire has broken out in the Leningrad region of Russia as a result of a gas pipeline explosion. Novaya Gazeta, among others, reported on the gas fire. According to Novaya Gazeta, or however you spell that name, locals have said that the fire was preceded by a strong explosion. A tall fire can be seen for miles. In videos posted on social media, you can see a huge fire rising near a residential area. Based on the videos, the flames reach a height of tens of meters. This actually works. Whoa! Yeah. Seems something going on. Meanwhile, in Russia, something went wrong in Murino, the city near St. Petersburg. So it wasn't actually in St. Petersburg. According to the administration of the Leningrad region, it is the gas pipeline between Berngardovka and Kovalevo. The explosion site is located right near St. Petersburg in the Murila area. The local rescue service is extinguishing the fire. Residents have been informed that there is no danger to civilians from the gas fire. Huh. Yeah, no, nothing. And it's somehow, is it ironic or no, sarcastic or something that some others they don't have gas and there it's just like burning. Obviously there is gas. There was some news today that there is about 3 farms, like places where they grow food or meat or both or milk and these kind of things, agricultural facilities. About 3 of them are closing every day. And the winter hasn't yet begun yet here. So it might be a very interesting time which is ahead of us. This is very interesting. Christmas time. Santa Claus and all these kind of things. Very interesting. There is flooding going on or has been going on in many places. France, Italy, Germany, there was a tornado or what. England, maybe other places too. But in a way, you don't read anything about these in the news because it is supposed to be dry. So they won't show you news about flooding. Probably they have to tell something about Australia soon because it seems to be very big. But anyway, they should be at least growing stuff, if not. No, I don't think that are would be already harvesting something, but they were just like they should. The fields should be growing there. There should be warm air, like we are going in deep winter in the northern hemisphere, which means in the southern hemisphere should be summer. But it's not. It's cold. It's sometimes even snowing and a whole lot of water coming down. Nothing is growing. And if there was something growing, it got washed away. Tonga eruption and such. And there is some very interesting weather patterns going on in Europe and all over the place, but like, mostly I watch Europe because I'm living here, so it's interesting. But it is very interesting, but need to get my head wrapped around some things first. But it is continuing to be very interesting to what is happening in the Baltic Sea. Who would have thought some years ago that the Baltic Sea would be some hotspot? Interesting. Yeah, probably there were people who were thinking that, yeah, if there's, you know, the next one, it could start there, but there would be many other places as well. There is many other places where we have many other things going on all over the place. But since that's not too far from where I live, and they are very interesting. The Baltic Sea, like what is there really going on beneath the sea? Hornfiskron and other growing islands offshore Netherlands, you know. What does it mean if there's an island growing? There's something coming out of the ground, maybe in many other places as well, cryptodomes and such. All the whales, sources of water, also glaciers. They're just the frozen version of a geothermal activity. Because I think we have to take the whole spectrum of geothermal activity into account. Like, I understand the word thermal as temperature, not heat, or not heat alone. There's a boiling point of water and there's a freezing point of water. So we have to take the whole spectrum into account. And I think if the water is in a way special, mineralized or whatsoever, like, let's say, impurities contains, I think the boiling and the freezing point, they could shift to some degree. But anyway, I drifted off a bit, and yeah. Anyway, there's something going on, obviously. Thanks. Bye.